We're playing Gyre here. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Here on Ludi. It's a Mark Steere game. Rules. Players take turns placing a stone on an empty cell. A player wins as soon as some or all of their stones form a group with the following property. If all the cells of the group were removed from the board, none of the resulting partitions of the board would contain a majority of the set of cells comprising both the center cell and the perimeter cells, a majority relative to the entire intact board. That is not of the imagined result of partitioning it. Okay, I pulled up the rules somewhere else because I read that, and so I hear the rules somewhere else. All right.
Yeah, that was a good idea because these other rules are a lot better.
It's a two-player game played on a hexagon-shaped honeycomb pattern board. A board with at least 7 cells on a side, 127 cells total, should be used. The two players, red and blue, take turns placing stones of their own color on unoccupied cells on the board. 1 stone per turn, starting with red. Draws cannot occur. Mark Steere designed this game in May 2015. Object of the game. To win, you must surround the center cell of the board with a loop, described below, in such a way that your opponent can't possibly form a loop surrounding yours. The center cell itself can be part of a loop surrounding it. As seen in Figure 2, blue has surrounded the center but hasn't won because his loop can be surrounded by red, as we'll see.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy to me.
Okay. Loop. A loop is comprised partly of a path of continuous light-colored stones, at least 2 of which are on the perimeter, the outermost ring of cells, and partly of the shortest path of perimeter cells joining the perimeter stones. If there are 2 perimeter paths of equal length, then either may be used to form the loop. In Figure 1, the stone path together with the perimeter cell path to the right of it, the shorter of the 2 perimeter paths, form a loop surrounding the center cell. Blue has no way surrounding this loop, so red wins. Okay. Perimeter cell ownership. You own all of the perimeter cells that help complete your loop, even while they're occupied by enemy stones. In Figure 3, 2 of red's perimeter cells are occupied by blue stones. Okay. Alright.
So the goal is to make loops, correct?
Yeah.
To win, you must surround the center cell of the board with a loop.
Yeah. So pretty much, but also touching the outside. So pretty much making, like that in Figure 3, where red's making a loop, but it has to be bigger than the blue loop, pretty much. Like.
Right.
Or, yeah, I guess you can get, you don't want to be surrounded, but the goal is still to surround this, to make a loop, but you want to make a big enough loop that you won't get surrounded. We'll figure it out. I'm sure. We only place 1 stone per turn, so we'll.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's just the only thing I'm curious about is sort of like when / where the contract is going to be not to get looped in like in Figure 3.
Yeah. Let me read a little more. Nested loops. A perimeter cell may be owned by. Oh, I just read that. There's a pie rule. You know what a pie rule is. Oh, there's no. Feel free to publish the rule sheet. Yeah, they should publish this rule sheet under Ludi because that Ludi rules does. I mean, I'm sure that's another way of saying it, but just saying it like that. If all cells are moved, imagined away from the board, none of the resulting. Yeah, that okay. Well, okay. Well, I guess you can consider that as a pie rule. I was just whatever. I guess I'm glad it's in the middle, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not glad it's in the middle because I'm trying to surround the middle.
Yeah. It's also tricky because the example, like the board is so much smaller than this one is.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed all of his connection games so far.
Yeah. I know he's adding more to Board Game Arena. So this one will be at least... We've played all the other ones of his games on Ludi so far from what I'm aware of. We did that last week or 2 weeks ago where we had a longer day. We played like 5 or 6. Yeah.
Well, as with most connection games, great job, Travis.
I mean, I'm sure...
There's probably some room for it to change, but...
Yeah, as far as like, I have a connected group and you don't, that's good, but also I'm not sure how I'm not sure winning stuff yet. I'm not...
Well, I think the biggest thing right now is that...
I want to make it a connected group, yeah, but...
There's nothing I can do here in the middle.
I'm trying to think, because even if I like make a line, that wouldn't be a loop.
Well, if you make a line that touches one side and then the other side, it is a loop, and then you just need that third leg.
Well, the third leg to make it a loop, I guess. But...
Oh, we're out of school for 2 days because of rain.
Nice.
They're pretty crazy to miss school because of rain. Just like, I guess, possibilities of flooding, right?
Mm.
Pros of living in a coastal city.
So, my dad's been pretty... not like he still believes that we should take care of the planet and recycle and stuff like that, but as far as global warming goes, it's just been like a, nah. There's one time he told me, he was like, I just saw there was one person who went on TV and proved that all of the other scientists had an agenda about global warming. And I was like, all right, did you look in to see if that one scientist had an agenda? Like, was he getting paid by any oil company or something like that? He goes, nah, I didn't look. All right.
Yeah.
And
for him, and for all of our parents, it's not going to fucking matter.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, have you seen the map that, like, if just, like, half the ice caps melt, have you seen the map of, like, what that would do to our coastlines? No, I was like, pretty much... It's like pretty much like every major city is within like however many miles from like the coast, and that because like that's just where all major cities are pretty much. And yeah, I showed him a map of like every every city underwater, pretty much. He was just like, "Oh wow, that would be pretty bad, wouldn't it?" Yeah, yes, it would.
Yes, it would. Yeah, it was interesting actually. I listened to 2 different podcasts recently, where one, or the same podcaster, but it was like, all right, we're gonna have this one person on who's a scientist who claims that it's not a huge deal, and then we're gonna have this other person on who claims it is a huge deal. It was really interesting to listen to both of them sort of separately go through those things. But yeah, I don't know how you could. It's just like one of those things. Like, yeah, you might as well operate under the assumption that it's going to be a problem, like a huge problem.
Yeah, every time we've had the conversation, I've just been like, "So you think we should just not because he's always like railing against renewable energy."
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. Yeah. God damn it.
I don't know why you would not want renewable energy. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Renewable energy is literally just like infinite fucking energy, dog.
Yeah. So yeah, he's always making posts about how it's just not safe for our environment and stuff like that. And I'm just
what? Oh my god.
But then he is just like, yep, we should take care of our planet and we should clean it up. And I'm just like, all right, done with conversation here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, non-renewables are just that. They're non-renewable. They're going to run out, right?
Oh yeah. Whatever. I might have said he was railing against non-renewable. He was railing against like solar power and stuff.
Oh yeah, no. But
I don't know.
I don't know how anybody sits down and is like, yeah, I'm absolutely pro non-renewable resource.
Yeah.
And just like, I don't know, like watch like the 15-minute clip from that documentary about fracking where they're like lighting the water on fire and shit.
Yeah.
Or like pay attention to what happened in Texas. In what, like February was it?
Oh, and the pipeline issue. I'm sure this will be annoying to listen to. All right, he keeps going like, we need to build a pipeline, and I'm like, the issue is like not like building a pipeline or not. It's that they built it on Indian land and that's illegal because we signed that. And like, oh no. He goes, yeah, well, I think we should resolve that. Yeah. They're telling us not to build on their land.
Should give them their fucking land back. Jesus Christ. I say you know what, let's put a native in the fucking presidency. That shit would be funny as hell. Just like an alternative America where you give everything back. Watch everybody just be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with Facebook and stuff like that, you make very vague, like, I support, please like and share if you support building the pipeline.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not the issue. That's not the issue. Do you support building it off of, only on American land?
Dog, motherfucking Emson tried to be like, well, but look at how much, look at the railroads. And that's a problem too. It's just like, I don't know, dog.
And
like,
I mean, I don't pretend to know answers. I mean, you know me, my social media presence. I don't like post anything really.
Yeah.
I don't go on my way to pretend I know things, but I'll go on my way to. I don't know. To think yeah, I don't know. Can post the right answer either, but.
The thing, like, I wish I would just say that you win, like, or I wish you would ask like suicide match question mark, because like literally unless you make like.
I messed up at the top up there.
What'd you say?
I did mess up at the top up there, or you blocked me. I was going for the top.
Yeah. The thing though is it isn't going to matter because there's not going to be any way for me to connect.
Oh, there we go. I was thinking I'd have to connect the bottom line.
Oh, weird. Yeah, that's interesting. Because that's what the I guess it. Huh.
I guess you wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to form a loop bigger than that. I guess, or surrounding.
Oh yeah. No, I couldn't surround it. Yeah, it's interesting to me that nobody's made a connection game that's just like a real small ass board.
Yeah.
Because just like
we've
just like what's his name?
I'm trying to think.
Twix Fanatic was saying, like, yeah, everybody who's really good at this, you know, within the first like 2 or 3 moves.
Yeah, on Twix. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the smallest connection one we've done. I'm drawing a blank. I'll have to go back and look, but I'll definitely keep that in mind.
It's probably like the one that's on the instructions for Gyre.
Oh, that's the same one. I guess it would be maybe it's Y or I don't know. Until next time.